Good evening again, Boiler fans. Welcome into our first of the NFC divisional round of the playoffs here, and boy, do we have an interesting one in store for you tonight, guys and gals. You ready for this? Let's flip this one on over. So, returning last year's champion, or one of last year's championship racers, excuse me, I should say, Wolv21, now your number 6 seed in the NFC, is going to be taking on your undefeated number 1 seed, Slackaholicus, for the 3rd time this year. This is going to get even more interesting. Wait for this. You may notice we're playing as Judas. Wolv is already in his game as Judas. Slack's going to do it in a moment or two here. We'll get the rules listed out for you in chat on these 2 imager links. Check these out. So we're going to play as Judas. All your boiler items are still banned. All your carry items are banned. So no knife, no brimstone, no blue candle, no sacred heart, no polyphemus, no pyro for 99 bombs. Now, more importantly, you can't also get any soul heart spawning items, so banned also are the miter and the relic. Also, anything that can show you the map, the compass, the treasure map, the crystal ball, sun card, world card, where am I forgetting things? Cane's Eye and Liberty Cap can all show you the map. Those are all banned. Emperor card is also banned. That's not even the trollingest part. So again, all boiler rules are still in effect. Most importantly, rule number 2. No new permanent red heart containers are allowed. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. No new permanent red heart containers are allowed. Slackaholicus has made one of the trollingest, most evil rules I've ever heard in my life. Now again, you can see on there the strength card is okay. That's not a permanent red heart increase. Dead cat can only be taken if it doesn't give you a new red heart. That's going to get scary. And if you're in negative red hearts, meaning you've overspent them in devil deals, for example, that's okay at that point to take red hearts. That's the only time. So this is going to get real trolling, I think. But we have got ourselves a great matchup. Again, one of last year's championship racers, Wolv21, and undefeated this season, Slackaholicus, for the 3rd time this year. We're going to race through the cathedral. You have to kill Isaac in a best 2 out of 3. So we'll reset both racers after that happens on one side or the other. And let me get you a link into both of their channels. Wish these 2 good luck. I think they're gonna need it. This one's gonna hurt. So there's a link into both Wolv and Slack's channels. They're off and running. Best of luck, guys. Ooh, and wow to this start. Damage increase with Wolv21's Book of BOILeR. Or again, he already had that, excuse me. I'm being a freaking idiot now that you start with that with Judas. So, again, Crumps is stupid. On that note, though, again, really nice start for Slack. He's got the wafer. So anything in the womb 2, and in this case, Cathedral, being that we race through there, only hits you for half damage. So half a red heart instead of a full red heart. Also important to this is the fact that if you get hit by a champion mob, same thing. Also, same thing goes with, let's say, blood machines or demon beggars, for example, later on that would normally hit you for a full heart. Same theory goes with this one. So, oh, this could get interesting. And again, Slack just looking for some sort of soul hearts. You're going to see a lot of poops get put out today, I think. There's that damage multiplier for both sides. You see flying. Oh, tough call for Wolv. With that soul heart, he'll take the flying. Damage, goodbye, Book of BOILeR. Hello, flying, movement speed increase, and that charge with the, with his pony. Mr. Adder. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't you. Holy crap, you're screwing up. You're screwing with me now. Who was it? It was, I gotta scroll up. Bredonian, thank you. Holy crap. Pridonian. Wow, I said that as backwards. Pridonian, jeez. If only I could speak. Seriously, thank you very much. Yeah, the misspellings on those names are on purpose, actually. So if you see those cards where it looks like why does it say Slackaholicus instead of Holicus? It's a pun, basically. Like, all of them had those misspelled on there. That was Dark Darren that drew those, and he did a freaking amazing job, I gotta say. So, Darren, if you're here, I'm gonna need to talk to you soon about making more of those, possibly, and doing things. So, we'll get on that, but let's just say there's ideas in the works. And there's a link by Zwicky. Thank you very much, sir. Ooh, pinking shears. So interesting choice on Slack's side. Ooh, though again, now with this, I can see where this is going. Wire Coat Hanger is going to be a fire rate increase. He used that Book of Belial beforehand, knowing that he was going to go ahead and take the damage up and go through this challenge room. So Slack now with more fire rate on these tiers. Ooh, pills everywhere. I'd be scared of this. Remember, oh geez. Remember the rule to this one, guys. You can't get another permanent red heart container, so those health or the possibility of a health uphill there is kind of frightening for Wolv, and he's just going to pass on every single one of those. Yeah, Darren actually broadcast him drawing those cards that have been done for most, or for what were the remaining playoff contestants coming into this week, and I know he's going to do the other playoff contestants next, and I'm going to try to talk him into doing everything, like one for every one of the racers if we can, because I've got ideas. Let's just leave it at that. We'll have BOILeR swag at some point. Let's just say that much. There shall be things. So again, both working with some soul hearts here. We got Wolv with 2.5 left on his side. Slack working with just the 1 here as he's just about done with his basement 2, but he wanted to clear everything in hopes of finding A, a recharge on that Book of Belial, which he does get, and B, maybe you get another soul heart out of it. No such luck with the latter of the 2 options, but he'll be onto his boss fight with that book charged up. And speaking of boss fights, Wolv finds his already here on Caves 1. So with a really nasty Shale Knight already too. That's yeah, that's a little early on those. Don't do this game. You've been enough of a troll tonight. Don't start this. Don't start this stuff. You shall not sleep. Oh, that devil deal again. Nothing Slack can take. That Luckfoot was on the right. You're not getting rid of that 1 heart that he had. There's the Labyrinth on his caves. So again, next L floor here for Slack, and he's going to have himself 2 item rooms. He's got 1 at the moment here on his right side. He's going to have a second one still to find. Excuse me again, sorry for the hiccups there. But he'll have a second item room to find, and 2 back-to-back, or side-by-side, I should say, at least, boss fights also to finish off his caves. Ooh, Wolv taking some cheap spider damage there, so both with the exact same amount of health. There's Wolv's Caves 1 item room. So that pretty well evens us out here. In which we got the spider butt for Wolv, so not worthy of replacing, in my opinion at least, the pony. And again, Wolv does agree that would slow down enemies in the room, give him a little bit of damage as well, and give you about a 5-second slowdown ability on him. Alright, all sorts of money, making that store worthwhile for Wolv if he could just find himself a key. But again, first things first, he's got that boss fight over on the left-hand side. Maybe you get a box of items out of it or something. Oh, I was going even further than that, Swicky. What I was thinking was getting, like, literally every single one of the racers a trading card, basically, and then, you know, like, not trading card, but like a tarot card, basically. We found places online where you can actually make them into legitimate cards. Pretty dang cheap, so we could actually get those out, like, really, really cheap for people, too. Like, it wouldn't cost you all that much to actually get them. And then try to get, like, on the backhand side, or on the back side of it, you know, like, their schedule and results for the year or something to that effect, so... We'll figure something out. We got a few cool ideas. Plus, I'd like to do that for the racers anyways. I think it'd just be kind of a cool memento, if nothing else. And there's that listing of Slackaholicus' rules again. If you guys are curious what's going on, there's a reason why we're only sitting at 1 health container and that we're being very careful at the end of boss fights. Oh, so Dead Dove, hello flying. Wolv now has another choice to make. Do you get rid of that pony? Spider-Bud may be more worthwhile. He's going to keep the pony for the time being. So on down to Caves 2. A Curse of Darkness on Wolv's side means no mini-map reveal. It's the dead fraud, but he gets flying in Spectral Tears. So again, already has flying, but really easy to replace that space-use pony now. And speaking of item rooms, Wolv coming across his for Caves 2. Slack coming across his second here for... Oh, wow. So remember one of those banned items, if you guys look at that Imager link, one of the banned items is that blue candle, and it was half off. Why would you do that, game? I don't understand. Why would you do that? Oh, Slack did get out in time, so it did actually pop that one other thing over. I was a little bit worried he may not get that other entrance in there, but does get that extra soul heart. Thank you very much. Let's get a judgy please on Wolv's side. Willing to spend that money here, hoping for something good. Ooh. A little bit, not necessarily risky, but not necessarily going to pay off with that PhD on Slack's side. He knows he's going to get nothing but good and or neutral pills at the worst from here on out, so no stat downs. Problem with that is, there's still that risk of the health up pill, and now even more so of a risk, so I don't know that I want that PhD. Oh, he's going to try it anyways, though, hanging on to this just in case. Again, remember, you cannot get another red heart container. That's an instant reset on these rules that Slackaholicus made. And again, being undefeated in the regular season, all the way through the NFC playoffs at least, he gets that right. So those were his rule choices. Were play as Judas, where you do get that damage up immediately, let alone Book of BOILe. But you're going to be a glass cannon. No extra red heart containers. Awaken. Gee, can I guess who won the game tonight? How you doing, man? That's a very good point, Ecstatic, that I completely spaced on. How about the PhD actually reveals what the pill is for you, or gives you a chance every couple of frames, I should say. Excuse me again, sorry. So yes, technically Slack knows that he's safe now on pills, and that he won't, if he does find a health up, just won't take it. A fine point. Alright, about some range up there for Slack. He knows that one's safe. I wonder if that actually gives you the stat when you eat him as you walk through the door, because I know that it glitches out stuff like Guppy's head, so I wonder if that actually gives you that stat up or not. We'll have to test that someday. I've never thought about that. Oh, that gigantic whore Babylon with a fez and a pony. Damn, it looks amazing. I love when that happens. Oh, God, that cheap shot by Super Gluttony. Thought Wolf was out of the way, but no such luck. Emperor's Guard, exact same thing that you see on Wolf's side. Again, remember, I'm gonna say health advantage, though it's real hard to call this with no extra health containers. But again, I'm gonna say health advantage definitely to Slack on this one, because again, remember that blue aura around him is actually the wafer, so that's half damage taken. So again, that's almost one of the most carry items you can come across here that isn't banned by Slack by these rules. And finding his item room, Slack's gonna grab himself. Ooh, that actually is really, really handy. Scapular, especially with his setup with that wafer. Wow, could that be useful? So wow, did that find. Slack can be a very, very happy man now. And again, Scapular, if you get down to half a red heart remaining, when you take that damage to get down there, once per room, you get one full blue soul heart spawn. So this could definitely get interesting. Let's say Slack finds a blood machine here. I could see that playing dividends for him. And again, there's the first of his two back-to-back boss fights. Slack ripping right on through the husk here. And speaking of boss fights, Wolf's found his as well. Slack not allowed to take that stem cells, can't take the extra health container. That's what he was looking for. So his second boss fight is actually a horseman. In this case, Pestilence, obviously. So we'll wind up with a cube of meat. This one he actually can take. Wow! Chill with the shots there, Pestilence. Jeez, buddy. There's that cube of meat. Another devil deal on Slack's side, in which this time, ooh, the Pact and the Forget-Me-Now. Yeah, Pact it is. So out of red hearts, Slack is in the negative. Remember what that, ooh. I'm actually kind of surprised. He didn't go back and take that other red heart container that was back one more room. I'm really kind of shocked by that. I'm not shocked that he took the Pact. So damage up and fire rate increase, 2 soul hearts for Slack. Again, if you guys haven't seen the rules, let me actually get this one typed out and copy-paste it this time. Copy, there we go. Antisolar, how you doing? Again, there's your rules for this run. Look at the second page where you cannot get any extra red health containers unless you're in the negative. Yeah, right, like, where's the Habit and Book of Revelations? Like, that literally would just, like, oh boy. That'd be an oh boy moment right there. Speaking of Slack, with another XL floor here, Depths XL this time. Alright, into his store. So again, greed. Usually going to show up in either your Depths 1 or Depths 2 store. You're pretty much getting it one of the two. And in this case, being an XL floor, kind of sort of guaranteed it here. So that Steam sale would be half off. Ooh, interesting. So gonna pass on that, again, Eternal Heart. Not really so worth it. Slack doesn't want that red health container for the reset. Yeah, Slack's got the wafer. Yes, he does. So again, I can tell you why he doesn't want. Don't misunderstand me. I can tell you why he doesn't want the red heart container, but it's still risky. Only at the two red heart or two soul hearts, I should say. That's real hard to pass. Speaking of soul hearts, how about another one there on Wolv's side? Let's get a judgy please for him as well, so he's gambling a little bit. Come on, anything but health up. Anything but health up. More soul hearts would be cool. Speaking of soul hearts, let's see if Slack can't get some gambling done on this, excuse me, I always say that wrong, fortune teller machine. By the way, the one soul heart spawning thing that's not banned is that Mom's Pearl that Slack's holding onto. Woo, tick. I'd say back away. Stay far, far away. But again, Mom's Pearl, totally okay. That's another 10% chance of getting soul heart spawns, and it's pretty damn minimal. So Slack did not ban that one. Alright, no such luck, so still it's just those two soul hearts. There's that item room for Slack, or the first of the two, I should say, for his Depths XL. And again, Wolf got Mom's eye, not Mom's contact, I should point out. So that basically gives Wolf a eyeball in the back of his head. Oh, wow! Uh-oh! So that gives Wolf a eyeball in the back of his head to shoot out because, hey, Moms have eyes in the back of their head. More interestingly, Slack, without any red heart containers, just got the Horror of Babylon, which is now permanently enacted on him for a damage increase. Yes, he's a little bit bigger, but that's one of the reasons why he didn't want a red heart. So big damage up on Slack's side. And again, with a little bit more money, let's do some more gambling. He really... Oh, that was a little close. Let's back away from the banned item, the crystal ball. That was a little too close for comfort with that build. I think Slack just had a moment where he pooped a little. I think he just pooped a little. And yes, I'm harkening back to Wolv last season. By the way, if you guys weren't here for the finals last year, there were a few I pooped a little moments by Wolv. So yes, that's a pun from last season. But whew, is that close. So again, Crystal Ball would have been a map reveal, chance at a Soul Heart spawn as well. So that's why Slack banned it. And again, that's not allowed to be picked up, and he was really close to it. And I mean really close to it. So Slack will continue on looking for that last item room here. Now the question is, will he even care about it? If he finds his boss fights, I think he may just head in. Ooh, and speaking of those boss fights, hey, there you go, Slack did find him. So on the other side of this, we'll have back-to-backers coming up on Slack's side. Question is, do you go looking for that item? Because again, there is one last item sitting out on this run for him. Question is, do you go find it? And answer is probably not. Into the first of two boss fights, we got Monstro 2, so very easy one here. Although Slack going to use his Book of BOILeR right now to go ahead and damage this. Now that brings me to the belief that he may go find that last item room, get the recharge on his book, and then take out Mom's Foot. But we'll see how this plays. He may just want to get through this as fast as he can. Not going to worry about that health container. Yes, he will backtrack, so 2 more rooms minimally for him to clear till he gets that recharge. But let's see if we can't find that item room on the way. Everybody all at once. What's up, Trademark? How you doing? And yes, actually you can. So depending on who actually set the rules, that's going to be the, like, I'll put their nickname unless it's, you know, like, in the case of if Zwicki gets to the finals against, like, let's say Wolf, where he would actually be able to set the rules, then I'll probably put the whole name in because it makes more sense. That number 1. Yeah, Slack gonna say no thanks. He looked at his range, if you saw. He paused up real quick there to see what he had going for him. That range, not quite good enough for him. Would have been nice fire rate, but Slack doesn't want to take the risk of face planting stuff with very low health. So again, because he was in the negative, there's a little bit of damage up with that, what would be a health container. But again, Slack's in the negative here. So you notice didn't give him another permanent red heart container. That evened him out. So he did get damage up because of it. On into his red mom's foot fight. Took one cheap shot there, and again, everything from here on out, the wafer's enacted. So, only half damage. She only hit him for that half a soul heart, which is huge. Ooh, down to just the one on Slack's side now. So let's see, Magic 8 Ball, thankfully not going to be a health up. Let's see what we get card-wise. Moon card, Moon Strat's possible, not a bad thing. Polaroid will give him a 5-second damage shield whenever he gets hit. Slack's thinking about that Pearl, though. Oh, decisions. Nope, gonna pass on without it. So moving on down to the womb is Slack. Again, Wolv on depths 2 right now. So he's looking for that same boss fight you just saw Slack go through. Slack trying his Moon Strats. No luck on the first side of it here. Ooh, and there's that 5-second damage shield. Slack at half a red heart container right now. Again, keep in mind, it's okay to pick up cards because you don't know what they are, and Wolv is holding on to a Banned Emperor card, so he can't use that. It's the only reason probably you're not seeing him put it to use, is that is a banned item. So it is okay to pick up because you can't tell what the cards are before you get them. But again, just can't put them to use. Third time's a charm. There's that soul heart he was looking for. Ooh, Robo Baby now for Wolv, so that last item room actually not so bad. Robo Baby for Wolv gives him a follower with technology tiers. So you'll see that full room clearing laser. I don't want to call it clearing, but it'll reach the entire length of the room. That's what I should say. And again, there's that boss fight, Mom's Foot for Wolv as well. Still just that half heart on Slack's side. Any type of soul heart would be real cool right about now. Alright, let's see what that pill is. Again, we got PhD for Slack, so more speed for him. Again, not what he's hoping for. He was looking for balls of steel pills. No such luck yet. Ooh, and yet another dead end, so Globins. Ugh. Not what you want to see in this one. Very easy to take care of, though. Maybe we get lucky with that champion enemy. No such luck. Half a red heart doesn't help Slack in the slightest bit. And nothing after the room either. Jeez. And Wolv just about done with Mom's Foot over on the left-hand side. And that last little bit of damage. Oh, she cheap shot at him. Her shadow showed up at the last second. So a little bit of range increase with her lipstick. There's that Polaroid for Wolv as well, and he's moving on down to his womb level, where he gets himself a loading screen error. Let's see if this doesn't happen to be an XL. If it ever loads. Come on, Flash. Today, Junior. Ooh, so there's that, again, scapular. Again, as Slack got that last hit, you see the once per room, you get that one soul heart. So that's the one time you're getting that thing there. On his way out there, you get it again. One time per room, keep in mind. So he knew he was safe on that one. Now the fun part comes in. Really can't afford to take too many more hits, because again, does have the wafer though, keep in mind. I keep forgetting about this. Damage up with his Book of BOILeR. Again, that scapular. Oh man, is that thing sweet right now for Slack. Actually, thinking about it, scapular is kind of one of the most OP items in your run if you can get like Slack did and down to just blue hearts remaining. That's kind of one of the more overpowered items in this rule set. Wow, to this loading screen, it's been over a minute on Wolv's side. Today, Flash. There's that second cube of meat. More damage for Slack as that becomes Meat Boy's head floating around him instead of the one orbital blocking. And any freaking time now, Flash. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. Jeez Louise, thanks, man. Where the hell was that at about, oh, I don't know, a minute and 20 seconds ago? So Wolv finally getting that. Oh, geez, how about another red health container that Slack can't take? Oh, hello, arcade. That's what we've been waiting for. And again, Wolv on down to just a regular Womb 1 here. Again, doesn't have the wafer, so everything hits him for a full heart. And Slack not even going to worry about picking up that other soul heart back there quite yet. If at all, for that matter. We'll see how he plays this. He may not ever get that. So infinite amount of keys now with that golden key. See how that plays for him. Also going to try any red rock down in the womb can actually be a, an item rock for you. Again, I think Slack kind of got cheap-shotted there, if I'm not mistaken. So hoping for the best. Nothing playing out for him yet, though. Come on, small rock. That's what he's hoping for, but nothing good there. So Wolv into his win 1 boss fight, trying to catch up quickly. He's got the bloat as well, and this is, like I said, a very, very trolling fight. Unless you can fly, you can get rid of all that blood on the floor and never have to worry about it. Again, do not go directly to the side or beneath him, though. He will double brimstone you. Doing a great job so far as Wolv. Slack's got the scapular, so watch when he gets hit next time what happens to him. So fire rate increase with those tiers up. Alright, Mom's Pearl. Like I said, more chance of soul heart spawns on Wolv's side. So there's that boss fight, though, for Slack. See, there's that damage, like I said. That's why Slack isn't picking up the extra health. He's just not bothering with it at the moment because he knows he's pretty well safe with that scapular until we get to boss fights, and then it's a different story completely. We'll see how it plays out for him here. He may pick it up after this one. I'm not sure. But again, working on Mom's Heart already is Slackaholicus. Wolv looking for the same thing here. He's on Womb 2 as well, just looking for that boss fight. There's no item rooms, no stores down here. So it's all about timing and coming across those fights. Yeah, he's saving everything he can for the cathedral, basically. I'm sure he's backtracking for it after this. I don't know why he wouldn't. And one last little bit of damage to do. And of course, Kalavin's out on the screen. Does that ever fail? Yep, Slack heading back for his soul hearts right now so that he has them all for the cathedral. And again, I like that move. So it's a little bit of time spent to back up here, but there's that one other soul heart, let alone. Let's see about this gambling situation. Ah, come on, let's get him a fly so we can get the right type of machine in here. Or at least have a chance at it. All sorts of extra bombs. Ah, didn't get lucky enough there, so Slack's trying to re-roll that slot machine. Not getting luck with it yet. Alright, bombs galore. How about a soul heart? Something. Anything. Soul hearts would be cool. And Wolv just working on along. Yet another dead end here. He's got plenty of bombs, so I'm kind of surprised he's not bombing back out of this room. Yep, he needs a pure black fly, so chances are that's really only going to spawn out of that red slot machine. About a little bit more money, so keep the gambling going. My god, it just keeps giving Slack money down to the one red heart on Wolv's side. And there's the last little bit of that one-arm slot machine over there. Let's see. Come on, Pill. Show us what you got. Slack's waiting on that. He will not take that till he knows. Oh, now we get a luck up Pill for the gambling. Thanks. Alright, there's always a chance to get a soul heart with this. No such luck there. Man, this is not paying off all that well for Slack yet. He's got a couple bombs out of this. And again, definitely worth spending the money here, and pretty much all of it that you have. Slack gonna give up on this now and just blow it up. Oh, gee, thanks for the money back. So let's see, Wolv can't even think about taking that extra heart container off of there, or that eternal heart that he's got on his floor. So he could get all sorts of health with his Judas run, but it's outlawed by Slack's rules. No extra health containers. And again, Slack having already finished this off. No, Comcast, my once per hour frame derpage. No. Come back to me, Comcast. There we go. See, once per hour, we get like 2 seconds of frame dipping. Who knows? Anyways, how about another soul heart there on Slack's side? Ooh, how about another one? So he's definitely going to save these. Again, keep in mind, he's going to save those for the boss fight, specifically on this one. That's what he's really worried about, keeping all the extra health for. Wow, Greed just gave him a chunk of money right there. Woo! That dime chime, for that matter. Again, not really going to be all that useful to have that type of money, but it's there. And again, yes, Slack will be back for those soul hearts. He's just worried about keeping it to the point now where he's also got that scapular. It pays off dividends while you're in regular rooms. In the boss fight, not so much. So that's where he wants all those soul hearts saved for. Up until then, he's, I don't want to say invincible, but a heck of a lot closer to it at this point. Also, I just bit the hell out of the front of my tongue, and that hurt. Oh, good, and it's bleeding. I bet that heals quick. Ew, Wolv with that double Wrath room. Double Gemini on the right side for Slackaholicus, although that theoretically should spawn him another blue soul heart, because that is the blue version of it, so I think he gets the soul heart out of this one. And thankfully it will, so let's see. Can't really do anything except pick that one up, and there's that boss fight anyway, so Slack really not going to be too upset about having picked up that extra soul heart. So one last enemy to clear. He's got 2 other soul hearts he's going to go grab really quickly. There's that full charge on his Book of Belial, and looking for a 1-0 lead here on the right-hand side is Slackaholicus. So 5 hearts. Again, Wolv just needs... Wow, where the hell is this boss fight? This floor is ridiculous on Wolv's side. Oh, and it doesn't matter. That Diglett spawned right next to him, so back to the beginning for Wolv. And again, Slack's going to be working on Isaac himself here. So that damage multiplier for Slack's side. See, Wolv is actually off and running. Doing some great dodging right now. That damage up going to help out a ton as well, especially with only having the 1 orbital for Slackaholicus. It's so far beautiful into phase 2. Alright, there's that 5-second damage shield, thanks to the, thanks to the Polaroid not having any red hearts on Slack's side. So, bombing one more time, gets himself into phase number 3, I almost said round 3. So, phase 3 just started up here for Slack. And again, now you have to worry about all these spawning troll enemies. I hate these screaming babies, they are annoying. Not just the sound, but those shots get really annoying too. So, one last one to clear out here, and just like that, undefeated, still 1-0, and trying to hang on to this one. So 1-0 lead for Slackaholicus here over one of last year's finalists, Wolv21, who is now pushed to the brink of elimination. So Slack just needs 1 victory in the next 2 rounds to stay undefeated and move on to the NFC Championship game. Wolv's going to need back-to-backers here. So big victory there on some very extreme rolls. A sub-31 minute, I actually saw that wrong. Sub-31 minute run with ridiculous troll and rolls there. And Slack, like I said, a 1-0 lead right now. So hang tight. About 2 minutes from now, we'll get round number 2 underway. So like I said, hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back with you after these guys both get reset. And again, just a couple ads coming your way in the meantime. Round number 2 right afterwards. Slack gonna look for a 2-0 win. Wolv gonna look to tie this up and force a game 3 or he's going home. So hang tight, everybody. Big pressure coming up. Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about that again. I accidentally hit 3 minutes worth of ads because I forgot to change the timer on that. So my bad on that one, everybody. Sorry for the extra minute. I'm stupid. That was my bad. On that note, though, we got round number 2. Oh, son of a bitch. You guys didn't see last night, by the way. Consuela may have been playing some Binding of Isaac over on Wolv's stream, and that may have been a catchphrase that may kind of catch on now. So, as you see... Oh, son of a bitch. So we got a 1-0 lead right now for Slackaholicus. Wolv feeling a little bit of pressure, it may seem. May need some lemon pledge there. Yes, lemon pledge. Superman home. Yeah. Anyways, so like I said, Wolv gonna need 2 back-to-back wins here. Again, let me go through these rules for you. We're gonna play as Judas. We're racing through the cathedral. So first to take out Isaac's gonna be your winner here. And again, playing as Judas, all BOILeR items are still banned. Carry items are banned, such as Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Blue Candle, Polyphemus. Ooh, look at this. Interesting. So, again, this brings up another interesting point. You're going to see resets on both sides. Sacred Heart, Fate, excuse me, because I can't think of names. That's not Fate, that's freaking Pyro, and I'm being stupid now. Anyways, Soul Heart spawning items, the Miter and the Relic also off limits. Every map revealing item off limits. Most importantly, no new permanent red heart containers unless you're in the negative already. Then you can take health items to even you back out like Slack did in the first round. But again, you saw a few health up items there, including a really nice one in the case of that odd mushroom on Slack's side. Can't take it. Couldn't take the lard either because that's a couple extra health containers. Nobody wants the poop, so Slack's definitely resetting this one. Again, Wolv, though, found himself the sad onion. So you see up in his arrows, he's actually got double the tiers, and that does up your fire rate. Yeah, let's see, resetting on that D20, excuse me, as well as Slackaholicus. He was, I think, hoping for a D6 there. That might have changed his tone. Let's see, Unicorn Horn, don't want to replace that space use. Book of BOILeR, as you can see on Wolv's side's giving him plus damage for this fight against Larry, so that's why you want to see this kept. Yeah, but the poop is OP. So again, can't take that health container on Wolv's side, so again, Meat getting left behind. Would have been more damage up too, but that second health container cannot be grabbed. Again, let me get the list out here of Slack's rules for anybody curious, because they're kind of brutal. So about some Soul Hearts, those you can take. Red Heart containers are a no-no. Soul Hearts, yes, yes. Alright, Burn Penny, as Slack picks up coins now, he's got a chance that spawns a bomb for him as well to pick up. Yeah, Wiggle Worm, interesting on the tier pattern, not worth the fire rate increase. Slack gonna reset this as well. Ooh, on an XL floor, yeah, that's a reset. Would have been a reset just for me seeing XL floor, but now that's definitely one. Alright, Chocolate Milk. Wolv considering this. Ooh, actually gonna take it too. So, like I said, map revealing items kind of banned, so gee, thanks to that one, Judgy. Slack gonna leave behind the treasure map. But again, Chocolate Milk over on Wolv's side, you can see right now he's charging his shot and gets a much larger first shot out of there. After that, you can make your own fire rate or actually keep charging if you want to. Alright, Remote Detonator will at least give Slack 5 bombs. And about a few extra ones as well, so bad gas fill, not what he was hoping for. He was hoping for some Soul Hearts out of there. Yeah, about a no crown is that's definitely not going to be worth a blood challenge room on Wolv's side. He'll head on into his boss fight instead. And about some more pills for Wolv. I probably wouldn't even bother. Again, the risk of the health up pill is a little too great. And Slack's still looking for something good to start out with here. We got Wolv moving on down to his Caves 1 already. Necronomicon, not great. Definitely not worth it in this case. So Slack, another reset here. Sooner or later, we're going to get something. And maybe he finds a bomb so he can get into that item rock, which would be very, very key. Yes, it is, Ravager. Luckfoot. Now, this is somewhat interesting. So, Slack going to take this. Gets nothing but good or neutral pills. It won't tell him what they are. But again, at least no stat downs off of that, and more chance gambling as well, so that could really help out. Looks like he will take this one and be off and running, so fighting against Sloth here. And there's that heart container you're not allowed to take as Wolv. And again, nothing good in his devil deal that's worthy of taking or killing him off at this point. So moving back along looking for that item room. We got Slack dealing with Steven here, so we'll see which one of the two Steven items he gets. And in this case, Little Steven. So follower with homing tears for Slack. And Wolv having to leave that heart container behind. If you guys aren't aware of the rules, here's a link for you coming up. Those two imager links will get you a complete description of what's going on here. Pay attention to that second one, because those rules are trolly. Again, you cannot get another red heart container at any point unless you're in the negatives, like Slack was in the first round. Oops, and actually missed that last shot he needed. There we go. There we go. Wolv was trying to line up that shot by the Ipecac Fire, so he gets into that treasure chest, hoping for a key at the end of this. And no luck yet, so no way to get into that item room. Wolv's gonna have to look for something here. Yeah, Liberty Cap outlawed as well, so Slack has no chance picking that one up. And that would give you a chance of a compass reveal. So again, that is outlawed as a trinket, believe it or not. We actually have outlawed trinkets right now. And here's how to make this pay off. We got Blue Larry Jr., so guaranteed Soul Heart at the end of this for Slack. Oh, wow. Too bad the normal BOILeR items are banned because that was Dr. Fetus showing up on Wolv's side. Aww. So let's see those banned Dr. Fetus emotes, because again, we only got the 2 weeks after this left where you can use them. So might as well put it to use. But again, that would have turned Wolv's bombs into tears, but with the BOILeR item still being banned, that's still not allowed to be picked up. And again, Wolv going to move on into his boss fight here for Caves 2. There's that damage multiplier with Book of Belial. And we got the Hollow. Ooh, just about got one hit there. At least got the first one taken care of. Slack may have had to take some damage for this, but at least got himself to a Soul Heart, if nothing else. Yet another heart container Wolv can't take. If only he had more Soul Hearts. Again, that pact was sitting there looking awful nice, but Wolv going to have to leave that behind as well. So on down to his depths. Curse of the Lost adds extra rooms on this floor. Slack gonna try to play real careful pickup. There you see a second Soul Heart. He's moving on down to the caves. In this case, another XL version of the floor. What's up, Tanner? How you doing, sir? Alright, red health container in that challenge room. Can't do anything with it on Slack's side. And we got Christmas over on Wolv's side with these two jumpers, one red and one green. Let's see what we get out of these. Alright, Strength Card, again, that is usable. That's not a permanent red health container, so that is okay. What's up, Ben? How you doing tonight, man? Ooh, getting caught up by those globins as Wolv. Again, that's one of the risks of using that space use item, is that you may actually get caught up by anything surrounding you like it just did. There we go, getting that one important one, the champion mob, out of the way. Just that one red heart container, so there's the item room on Wolv's side, but man, he could use something like the rosary for some serious soul heartage. Let's see how lucky we get with this one. Come on, rosary? We got 2 item rooms, we got a 50-50 chance. Not even really, but... we got no key for Wolv either, so we're gonna have to wait on this one and hope that he gets something. And Magneto for Slack. Again, nothing else he can do with it. Might as well take it. That's going to bring anything with any type of metal in it directed on over towards your path, so it'll get a free bomb out of this room. And same will go for any type of heart container, or hearts, I should say, not heart containers. Wolv with the razor blade, so not even going to be able to bother with that. Again, would actually be able to be multiply used to keep upping your damage every time he did. But same as Book of BOILeR, that one injures you in the other hand, so Wolv can't even think about taking that to replace his Book of BOILeR. And with that XL floor, Slack gonna head on over all the way to the right side here, where this should lead him onto his second item room and those 2 back-to-back boss fights. Ooh, Giraffe's playing troll to Wolv here, so half a heart left. And does have that strength card, but really would like to save that for a boss fight if he can. Again, has plenty of ways to heal on the floor. Ooh, how about another soul heart after this Larry Jr. for Slackaholicus on the right. And again, Wolv gonna head back, grab that half a heart. And actually, not that one, because that's actually surrounded by a key thing. I kind of didn't notice that. Well, crapola on that one. So Wolv gonna walk around with half a heart here. Let's see if we can't get into a secret room if nothing else. Yeah, money is money. Again, rusted key on Slack's side is more chance of key spawns for him. And really only needs 3, so he really only needs 1 more key to guarantee he can get into anything that he needs. Alright, Emperor's Guard, actually pretty nice damage up for the room they use it in. Again, that would be Horror Babylon. Slack gonna leave it behind, though, in favor of that Wheel of Fortune card. And there's that second item room for Slack. It'll probably continue on down to the south here, as that's probably where those boss fights are gonna be. Ooh, and Wolv getting jumped into there. Oh, those freaking jumpers, man. So Wolv down and back to the beginning. By the way, your mouse is still on screen, Wolv. Just barely, but it's there. There you go. God, if my headphones would quit getting caught on my chair, I'd stop strangling myself. This would be a lot better. And there's those boss fights. So Slack finally getting through this XL floor here. I think those TNT barrels work to his advantage. And again, got everything else cleared. So 2 back-to-back boss fights to finish off his caves. First one's first, we got Peep here. Yep, and as you may notice, Max's head, kind of a decent thing there for Slack. So again, he's got slightly bigger tears. He looks so cute. God dang it, this freaking chair, man. My headphone cables would stop getting caught on the one thing that they can get caught on. How that works, I have no idea. Anyway, Slack into his second boss fight. He's got Gertie this time. She'll stay stationary, just watch her head right as she starts moving and move to the other side of the room. And you can't actually worry about getting shot. When she does move her head, though, there is also a chance. I was thinking she would spawn there. Maybe this time. There we go. Then instead of doing that quintuple shot, she does a spawn instead. So just keep moving, you're pretty well safe here. And again, a little bit of fire rate increase with that wire coating. Slack moving on down to his depths. Excuse me again for the hiccups. Anyways, you may notice a knockback on those tiers with Max's head. Also get some nice little damage increase. Ooh. Speaking of your damage increases, here's why money comes in handy. Money equals power for Wolv, means that any coin that he picks up is going to up his damage, ever so slightly each time, mind you, but let me give you a breakdown of every single thing that happens with that. Which, if the bot links it, there we go. That link right there will get you a full breakdown. Again, it caps at 99 cents where your actual coins cap at. Max's head and tier raid? Yes, please. Why do I never get that in combination, even when I have a D6 run going? I can never get both of those things in the same run. Let alone when you're on Judas and you already have a ridiculous amount of damage. Why can't I get it then? So Wolv ripping on through his boss fight here, on down to his second basement floor. Oh god, this room for Slack. Oh god, do I hate these. Ooh, down to that one red heart again. Of all the things to show up, and it's this room. So there we go, very nicely done. Still getting through there, just that one heart left, though. Gonna get more money for Wolv, a little bit more damage for him. Alright, speaking of those soul hearts, thank you very much to that Depths 1 store actually having a soul heart in it, so Slack getting himself a little bit of a heal. Still sitting at 9 cents. On the left-hand side, we got Wolv fighting against a boss fight where he actually knows he can take the item. So let's all real quick say to Famine, if you would, before he gets melted here, as we're already over halfway through this fight. Again, Wolv gonna wind up with a cube of meat, so our first orbital on either side going right now. Ooh, and getting himself a health up with that soul heart and a god room, in which Wolv's got himself an item he can't take, sadly. He would love to be able to take that relic, because that would spawn blue soul hearts every 4 rooms you clear out. Yeah, Slack kind of banned that, though, because, yeah. Enough said. Like I said, these are pretty brutal rules today, and here they come listed out in chat again on these 2 imager links. So check those out, and, yeah, prepare to cry. Now, actually try to do one of these runs, because I did this the other night just for fun to see how bad I would do. Yeah, I didn't make it out of the caves. It was pretty bad. It was pretty not nice. Alright, Charm of the Vampire means every time you get a kill on Wolv's side, that you got a chance. I think it's actually every 13 kills, and I always say this wrong. But you get a half a heart heal whenever that does fire off. I hate this chair. I love this song. I hate that chair. Wolv with no luck on that secret room. Slack finally getting through the Depths 1. So he's got his item room and boss fight here. Would love to see a key so he can get into that. And does have the Wheel of Fortune card, so maybe a gamble for one if you don't see it. Ah, but lucky timing, gets his key right as he needs it. Ugh. That's a real risk right there if he were to have actually taken Kamikaze, and I don't blame him for not doing so. Yes, you could use the glitch with it, making you invincible if you're hugging a wall. But with this low of health, do you want to take that risk? Because I don't. I certainly don't. And Blow just about done here. Slack doing a great job. How about a little more range up with Mom's Lipstick, and he'll be on down to his depths too. So keeping a pretty decent advantage of about 2.5 floors here. Wolv just looking for his boss fight to finish off the caves. And Slack looking at an arcade as well. So again, plenty of money as he just picked up another 5 cents there. And might as well come on Purple Machine. Ooh, it was! So Slack gonna do some gambling here. I love that risky move, too, so taking himself down to half a red heart remaining. Oof. Getting a little bit of extra money out of it. There's that extra heal he needed. So, once again, about some more money. Thank you, Soul Heart. That's what he's looking for. Thank you, Soul Heart. Keep in mind, he's got a Lucky Foot. Thank you, Soul Heart. This is why Slack's gambling. He has that Lucky Foot, folks. And again, my once per hour, 10 seconds worth of frame dropping, so that'll probably happen again in about 5 more seconds here. Oh, how about another Soul Heart? Uh-oh. This is becoming a little bit overpowered on Slack's side. Ooh, Judgment card, really? May consider that. So he's got himself a Death card, holding on to Pinky Eye at the moment. Again, I'm gonna assume that if he accidentally picks up Kane's eye and can replace it, that it's okay. Wow, how about another one? Jeez Louise. And another Soul Heart. I'm gonna guess that being that Slack can replace it, that it's okay, like just like the World card there. Again, he didn't know what the World card was, so moot point to a certain extent. Ooh, Edmund and Florian with 1 heart for Wolv. Ultra Pride, no. Don't you do it. Don't you... Okay, I was gonna say, don't you spew at him. That. Don't do that. I'm really surprised that Slack is willing to go gamble on that machine on the left-hand side still. How about another Soul Heart? My god. Look at this health build suddenly. 1 Lucky Foot and 1 Arcade. And look at this. Again, if I were Slack, I wouldn't go near that one on the left at this point. So let's see. Eve's Bird Foot. What does he want? World card's pointless. World card's still pointless. Rusted Key is not. And there's your death card. Alright, there's what he wanted. My god, so many things. I can't believe how close he got to that damn eye so many times. I wouldn't have gone near that anymore. But again, all sorts of health on Slack's side at this point. Range up if he wants it out of his challenge room. He'll say no thanks, grab those 2 bombs and keep moving on along here. And Wolv working on a Catacombs 1, so he's already at least halfway through it here, as he's got 1 more path to go, just looking for his boss fight. Has already gotten to his item room. Why no Pinky Eye? Slack probably just wants to be able to get into more locked chests if he comes across them in hopes of getting a Soul Heart or 2. Because any type of health, I mean, mind you, he's sitting on a pretty decent amount of health right now that I never would have expected to see one of our 2 racers with tonight. But either way, my guess would be that he wants into locked chests with his keys, so he's keeping that rusted key for more spawns. Oh, okay, I see. You missed. I read it backwards. I gotcha. I forgot Kane's Eye and Pinky Eye both have the word eye in it. Duh. I see what happened there. I see where the confusion set in. So yeah, we were referring to Kane's Eye as the banned one there. Oh, speaking of banned ones, how about that shovel showing up yet again? So because the boiler rules are still banned, if you look on that second imager link, that shovel's still outlawed, so Slack has to leave that behind as well. But again, immediately on over to his boss fight here. He's got Mom's Foot on the other side of this door. Question is, he's going to go back and look for that item room, so there's your answer to it. I was going to say I'm pretty positive he's going to go find that item room, but I've seen weirder things happen. And speaking of those range-up heals, got those on Wolv's side. He's heading on down to his caves, too. So Curse of Darkness, no mini-map, and an immediate item room is going to help out considerably here. Where we got Little Steven, same as on Slack's side. Alright, left hand's kind of interesting. Really Polaroid if he wants it. Slack. Oh, wow. Not going to take cancer. Really? Wow. Okay. No cancer, apparently. I'm kind of shocked by this. I figured Slack might take that, but he wants 0 part of that. I will be asking him about this one later, because I'm kind of curious now. So again, there's that Book of BOILeR usage, so damage increase for Slack. And he's on into his Grey Mom's Foot fight. So again, nothing too scary. Regular level enemies. Almost called them regular expansion enemies. Try that again. Regular level enemies spawning out of here. And again, he's got huge damage on these tiers, let alone knockback because of Max's head. So 1 more Globin to take care of. And more pills if he wants them. Decision time. So Slack gonna go ahead, make sure that he gets that heart well clear of him. He's just taunting that heart right now, I think. There we go. So now he's clear of it. Just to pick up the Polaroid. Now, if anytime Slack gets hit, he gets a 5-second damage shield because of that Polaroid. There you see it enacted already, because he only has that half a red heart. Can Wolv into a God room there. Not so lucky. How about another no Bible if you guys would? Because yet again, that Bible, banned item still, because it's one of the BOILeR 7 has shown up. Also another banned item on Wolv's side. That half-price compass, and he can't even take it. Oh, this is getting evil, man. So again, because of Slack's rules, this is just getting kinda trolling right now on both sides, but Wolv especially is feeling it. Good use of that death card by Wolv to clear out that nasty room. A little bit of speed up there with that wooden spoon for him. And again, that's his second to last item, so one more boss fight here for the Depths 1, and then one more full floor with an item room on it. Yes, he does, or not. Alright, Slack still trying to stay away from that half a red heart. It's going to have to beeline now. There he goes. Ooh, and finding himself his boss fight right off the bat here in this one. So pretty much internal compassed himself right on over to it. Again, just these blastuses to take care of. And we'll see who his first of the other one boss fights are. Again, there are no item rooms, no stores to worry about down in the womb, and anything beyond it for that matter. So Slack right on into his boss fight, Triachnid in this case. There's that damage multiplier. Woo! Man, Triachnid's being a troll with these spider shots. What the hell? That's the third time today we've seen him almost literally land one on top of our racer. What is up with this? So, gonna have to make sure that with Magneto, he doesn't get anywhere near that Eternal Heart or the other health container. Slack leaving them both behind. Again, can't get another red heart container at any point unless you're in the negative. And even then, you're just evening it out. So, it's evil, I'll tell you that. Slack doing a great job. So is Wolv, for that matter. He's in the Depths 1. Slack in Womb 2 right now, though. And both looking pretty nice on their damage, but that Max's Head's slightly outdoing Mum equals power at the moment. Alright, Slack gonna make sure that red heart doesn't get... that might get kind of risky if he has to go back out that way. I'd be real worried about picking that up. It won't end his run by any means, but he doesn't want that red heart. Oh, look at this. He isn't going to worry about it. Slack's found himself, again, another boss fight. Mom's heart right on the other side of that door to the left. Oh, man. And Wolv is really going to have to start putting the pedal to the metal here if he's wanting to catch up, because he is now much further behind as Slack moving on with a lot of health here as this Mom's heart fight and maybe just the Cathedral to go. And speaking of those boss fights, again, we've got to spend a little bit of time gambling, hoping for some soul hearts on Wolv's side, but he does find his at the end of Depths 1 as well. And again, with that exploding, might as well move on. We got the Fallen for Wolv, so he's going to get a guaranteed Devil Deal item out of this. Question is, which one is it? And now question is, at half a heart, do you make it through? As he knows he's pushing for time at this point as well. Because Slack just about done with Mom's heart over on the right-hand side. A little bit more damage to do. One Clobbin to clear out. Oh, Wolv down. Ugh. The Fallen being a douche right now. So Slack, big advantage time-wise and, again, health-wise as well. Looking very pretty over here. Not being able to pick up hearts. Has been very lucky to find these soul hearts. But again, that gives him a gigantic lead, looking for that 2-0 win to stay undefeated and move on to the NFC Championship round next weekend. So trying to do the unthinkable and actually possibly go 3-0 against one of last year's finalists in Wolv21. That is no small feat right there. Believe me, that is not something that is easy to do. Alright, one more soul heart. Again, does not want, on Slack's side, does not want to fill up that red heart container he's got. He wants to keep that Polaroid active. Oh, Max's Head against anything that moves immediately stops it in line. So again, especially like you said against Gertie Jr., Max's Head is one of the most overpowered items. I love it. And here's exactly why Slack does not want that extra heart, or extra heal, I should say, filling up his red heart container. Every time he takes damage, he gets that 5-second damage shield off of the Polaroid. Yeah, speaking of heals you don't want, goodbye. We're never going back in that room, would be my guess. And again, it'll avoid the heart that's sitting in this room as well. So very quick beeline over to the left-hand side. Damn, I'm dyslexic. Alright, that chain reaction room. So many poop socks. Nice dodge by Slack right there. And we got Wolv's new first item room and possibly boss fight right afterwards if he's lucky enough to get something good. And technically, not so much. That'd be one of the, oh, actually, is that not on there? I'll be damned. That was last race, and I'm being stupid now. So yes, that is actually okay. So Wolv picking up technology too here. Again, with that damage multiplier, it fires out constantly, and with extra damage, it's not that bad. So really good find in my opinion. How about Tech 2 for Wolv? And again, will it be too little too late? We got Slack working on right now his Cathedral level, looking just for his boss fight and a possible 2-0 win. So Wolv really going to be beelining here. Already found his second item room, thankfully. And the floors just keep continuing. Wow. How about that, no luck? One of the banned items there that Slack has added on. There's no Polyphemus in this run. So Wolv going to be very upset that he has to leave behind a Tech 2 Polyphemus run. Yeah, Polytech 2, the sequel. It's still nice. It's not quite Tech 1, but, you know, hey, it's still pretty damn nice. But Wolv going to have to leave it behind, sadly. Alright, out of that dead end, we got one other spot to check here on Slack's side. Let's try to the left. If he wants to gamble, he can do it. I wouldn't go near that thing, though, personally. Not being the correct type of one-armed bandit, I wouldn't go near that thing. Slack pretty much agrees, so working on 3 Headless Horseman heads. And god, does this room get annoying. Again, down to just the 4.5 hearts on Slack's side, so getting down to the nitty-gritty there has to really be careful. So does Wolv, as he's at half a heart himself and in a pretty nasty spot. So again, doing a real good job leading all... Oh, was doing a really good job leading all those into charging, nowhere near him, but wow, just barely getting trolled there by the edge of that one. So again, back down to the beginning, we got Slack looking at what could be the finisher here to the room to the left. He's got 3.5 hearts left. And with this one last enemy to clear, we're going to see him again in the next room. 10 bombs, not worth the extra effort there. So let's see, Slack gonna head back. And probably gamble. Yep, and that's exactly what he's going to do. With that 4 cents, might as well. Ooh, and gets the secret room. Ooh, in which we got the Ankh. Interesting. So now, even if Slack does die in that next boss fight, he comes back to life as the blue baby holding on to the Polaroid. Oh, that timing. Clutch Ankh. Wow. Who would have thought you'd say those words? Clutch Ankh. Huh. Interesting. So again, not wanting to deal with that red heart, Slack gonna back out here. And again, let's get a real quick famine over on the left-hand side for Wolv. Ooh. The risky nature of this one. Wow, to Slack going into that room. Holy crap. Interesting, interesting move. I see where this is leading, but wow, interesting move here by Slack. Yep. That's exactly what we're doing. Wow. Interesting ballsy move by Slack, because he knows, if you guys didn't see the Glitchaholicus video, this is what I was waiting for. He was Judas, came back to life with the Ankh, and that gives you 5 soul hearts. Yeah. No, really, it just did that. So we have a blue baby over on the right-hand side, meaning every time he gets hit, Slack gets that 5-second damage shield. More importantly, though, it switches out your stats as well, so you get a little bit of different statage on your first tier that you fire. So, wow, that Ankh, like I said, oh, God, no, stay away from that thing. We do not want to look at that cursed skull. You want to talk about a pain-in-the-ass way to finish this? Slack would have to no-hit the Isaac fight here. That's a no-no. So he'll keep the Polaroid, again, for that 5-second damage shield, if and when he gets hit, anytime. That damage multiplier with Book of BOILeR, he's into Isaac looking for a 2-0 win to stay undefeated and move on to the NFC Championship round next weekend. Slack's the one that made the rules, so my guess would be that, yeah, that's perfectly legal. Again, the Ankh's not banned, so it means he can use it. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see, like, the crap-eating grin roll across Slack's face when he got that on, because I wasn't paying attention, but man, I wish I would have seen that now. That would have been hilarious to see. Over halfway through this Isaac fight already. And again, almost to phase number 3 here. 6 more bombs left. Slack just going to start shooting these into the center. Those will be doing 40 damage apiece and start chunking away. 1 or 2 more of these. There's the extra spawns. Death card will take care of them. Last little bit of damage. 1 last enemy for Slack. And ladies and gentlemen, still undefeated. Moving on to your NFC Championship round. Give it up for Slackaholicus. Wow, to those rules, and a 2-0 win with no deaths involved.